Hi, I'm Heather Packer. I'm a New Frontier Fellow at the University of Southampton, which means I actively pursue research and I teach. I'm in WAIS, the Web and Internet Science Group, and my interests broadly lie within the semantic web, provenance, ethics and algorithmic accountability. I would like a future where people can understand algorithms and their outputs, and what roles they can play in society. For example, in some countries, algorithms are being used to support judges in their decision-making about the length of a person's prison sentence, based on their likelihood to reoffend. The algorithm calculates this likelihood on other people who have reoffended after a similar conviction from a similar neighbourhood with a similar education. And while this prediction might be useful, algorithms can't accurately predict the future. And I'd really like for people to understand the limitations of these types of algorithms and knowing how to question their output, so they can make informed decisions without blindly trusting them. This, of course, is a big problem to solve, and there's lots of areas to explore before we can even begin to address this. I'm starting with provenance, which is basically a queryable graph which describes past events, their outputs, and who is associated with them. Prov can be captured from almost any system, which is really interesting because you can build complex graphs by combining provenance from multiple sources. It provides a detailed knowledge base that can answer questions about what has happened. It has helped me recognize patterns of use. It's helped me to identify bugs in distributed systems, which are often hard to capture, and provide more transparency to users. And that's what I'm particularly interested in, how these insights from provenance can be used to improve transparency of code and explaining code to users. And these principles link with algorithmic accountability. There are many ethical issues in creating and using provenance data. We still need to understand when people described in the provenance should be anonymized, and whether if they are anonymized, do their actions within the provenance make them identifiable? And does the data they create make them identifiable? This all links with the topic of data ethics, which describes the value judgments and approaches we make when generating, analysing and disseminating data. This requires a sound knowledge of data protection law and other relevant legislation, and the appropriate use of technology. It requires a holistic approach incorporating good practice in computer techniques, ethics and information assurance. If you're interested in any of these topics, I'd love to discuss them with you. Send me an email and hopefully we can discuss. Thank you for your time.